Good to be with you, Mr. Woolsey. I'm so glad you're here with us.
Sure.
We've got the Orlando shooter, the San Bernardino terrorist family, the Chattanooga terrorists, the Boston bombers. Again, all have family members who either knew or enabled their radical beliefs. So is Donald Trump right? You know, he's been right about border security. Should we also look at terrorist family networks as well? What do you think, Mr. Woolsey?
Well, I think you've got to look at both, and I think that that's not contradicted by what Donald Trump has said. I think the key thing we have to do is use metadata and huge amounts of data which are publicly available. I'm not talking about getting into any government-restricted data or anything like that. But the data analytics you can do on large amounts of data are really stunning in terms of being able to keep track of people and decide the instant what judgments you're going to make if they've gone to Afghanistan 4 times, etc. It's a sense profiling, but it's profiling not based on racial matters, but profiling based on behavior, and that can be a huge help. Especially if you're looking for terrorists or other criminals, along the lines of what Rudy Giuliani and Ray Kelly did in New York with the broken windows approach toward policing. It has some similarities, but we have a lot more data available now than was available back when they were doing that.
Right, Mr. Woolsey. Yeah, and you know, Israel does intense behavioral profiling, as do other countries. And here's what we're hearing 2 days before the bomber allegedly planted the bomb in Chelsea in downtown Manhattan. A family member's cell phone video camera was used to film him testing bombs in the backyard of his New Jersey residence. So, I mean, it seems the family knew about it, right?
That's often the case, and it's often the case that people work with, as was true in the Boston Marathon, work with their brothers or close associates or people who are part of the same religious group that they are. If you're going to do something horrible, you want somebody on your side whom you trust, and so it's one reason this profiling with data can work, is it helps pull that sort of thing together. Sapient, various companies are doing this in a very sophisticated way.
All right, Mr. Woolsey, thank you so much for your